Welcome to this year's virtual CT Folk Fest and Green Expo. While we can't be together, we have been working hard over the past few months to stay connected to our community. We have brought you CT Folk at Home and Folk Fridays via an online platform. And because we just couldn't take a year off, we are bringing you the virtual edition of CT Folk Fest. Over the next 4 days, we're bringing you a dynamite lineup of musicians and performers that certainly won't disappoint. So, make sure that you have the next few evenings free, because you'll want to tune in to this year's virtual CT Folk Fest.
Hello, music fans. Through serendipity and a lot of creative and hard work, we have arrived here at the 28th CT Folk Festival and Green Expo. And for the first time, we are virtual, if not virtuous. While we are really sad and not to see the broad sea of smiling faces with whom we are used to connecting every year in Edgerton Park, CT Folk takes solace in the fact that we are reaching a wider and more diverse audience through the portals of the internet. And want to imagine that each and every one of you are smiling, except, of course, when a sad ballad has tugged on your heartstrings. From the bottom of my heart, in behalf of the CT Folk Board, we are so pleased that you've joined us here today, and hopefully for multiple fest days. We hope you feel uplifted, amused, and perhaps enlightened. Namaste. Let's give a big shout out to our sponsors who make our Fest and Green Expo possible. A big thank you to Grassy Hill Entertainment for its ongoing support in helping to bring both emerging and better-known artists to our stage. Much gratitude to Yale University for its continuing sponsorship, and to WPKN, our returning radio sponsor, and to New Haven Independent, our print and digital sponsor.
Howdy everybody, I'm Bruce Swan, host of Music My Mother Wouldn't Like, heard on the 2nd, 4th, and 5th Fridays from 1 to 4 on WPKN, 89.5 FM in Bridgeport, and streaming to wherever you are on the planet at WPKN.org. Hey, you can do something for me, and for us, and for the whole festival. Why don't you start a watch party? Invite some friends, host a watch party, watch the festival with your friends, just like you would have done in Edgerton Park. This is one of the best ways to get the word spread out. People look up to you. You tell them to come, they're going to come, I promise. Tag, chat it up, and please do support ctfolk.org.
CT Folk would like to give a huge shout out to the New Haven Independent for their support of our festival by streaming it live all 4 days. You can learn more about the New Haven Independent at www.newhavenindependent.org.
Well, greetings, friends. What a joy to be part of this great event, and I'm so glad to be invited to come and perform for you. You know, we live in challenging times, and I don't need to tell you that. We are unable to gather physically, but we are doing a really amazing job of gathering with each other in all these virtual platforms, and I'm so thrilled to be here as part of this community. You know, I've been singing since I was about 4 years old. My mom got us singing early. And of course, I was surrounded by folks in my community in Philadelphia who made me realize that song is a powerful way to move things forward. Of course, my connection to Pete Seeger and Dr. Bernice Johnson Reagan of Sweet Honey in the Rock also made me realize that the power of song can move us through tough times. That's how I came to write this song. Hey, well, I've been sitting here thinking about the world a day. glory, hallelujah. Got a lot on my mind, but I'm blessed to say, glory, hallelujah, I'm ready to go. We're all living in a world turned upside down. Oh, glory, hallelujah. Gonna take some time to turn it around. Glory, hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Oh, mama, it's a long, long road. You got me singing with the seed you sowed. It's up to me, so come with me. Glory, hallelujah, it's a righteous day. Glory, hallelujah, I'm on my way. We got a world of trouble and a world of pain. Oh, glory, hallelujah. They keep spinning the truth in freedom's name. Glory, hallelujah, I'm ready to go. When the haters pull up, I just sing my song. Oh, glory, hallelujah. Keeps my mind on track, keeps my spirit strong. Glory, hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Oh, mama, it's a long, long road. You got me singing with the seed you sowed. It's up to me, so come with me. Glory, hallelujah, it's a righteous day. Glory, hallelujah, I'm on my way. Well, I know I can't do this all by myself. Oh, glory, hallelujah. It's a long, hard journey, gonna need some help. Glory, hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Well, I'm sitting here thinking about the word today. Oh, glory, hallelujah. Got friends by my side and I'm blessed to say, glory, hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Oh, my life's a long, long road. You got me singing with the seed you sowed. It's up to me, so come with me. Glory, hallelujah, it's a righteous day. Glory, hallelujah, I'm on my way. Oh, mama, it's a long, long road. You got me singing with the seed you sowed. Up to me, so come with me. Glory, hallelujah, it's a righteous day. Glory, hallelujah, I'm on my way. And we're singing now. Yeah. Oh, what a joy. Thank you so much for sharing this time. And keep hope alive in your heart by keeping music flowing. Take care.
Tune in on Saturday, September 12th for this year's virtual Green Expo. We have partnered with some of our favorite nonprofit organizations and community partners to bring you a fun-filled morning and afternoon of activities, workshops, and more. So grab your kiddos, get the families together, and we hope to see you on Saturday, September 12th, just a few days away for CT Folks Green Expo. CT Folk is dedicated to the furtherance of social justice and environmental initiatives that impact our local as well as global community, and to the advancement of music in all of its varied forms. We note that CT Folk embraces an evolving and more expansive definition of the term folk to better reflect, nurture, and celebrate a culturally rich listening and artist community.
Tonight's live stream is presented by MK Devo. Smash that follow button for @MKDevo on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, and drop a direct message to inquire about having your next live stream event produced by MK Devo.
Hello, my name is Nikita Waller. I am the 17th Connecticut State Troubadour. I wanted to say thank you again for the state of Connecticut for allowing me to serve you through my music and being able to go to all these different corners in the state of Connecticut. I also want to give a big shout out to the CT Folk Festival and to all the board members and everybody who has allowed me to be a part of the change in this whole link that we're doing right now in the arts or in the music over the last couple of years. Again, I couldn't even do this without you. I'm always grateful and I'm thankful to all the people ahead of me, all the troubadours ahead of me, and I know that we all do share the gift of song and we have our own story, and what makes us great is that we tell it differently and everybody understands. Love you all and thank you. Happy festival time. Bye.
Howdy everybody, I'm Bruce Swan, host of Music My Mother Wouldn't Like on WPKN 89.5 FM in Bridgeport, Connecticut, streaming online to wherever you're on the planet at WPKN.org. Well, normally, right about this time, we'd be together at Edgerton Park and I'd be on stage announcing the next band and congratulating the last band and asking you to support the Green Expo and visit the vendors and have lots of fun and dance and whoop it up. Well, this year's going to be a little bit different. The festival will be a 4-day sort of ticketed event through Eventbrite. You can get more information at ctfolk.org. Here's what we're asking for you to do. We're asking you to help with some of your time and talent and your treasure to help donate for this 4-day festival. So you see, each day a little bit of money will come in from all kinds of different folks, just like you, just like me. You see that with each little contribution, we get closer and closer and closer to the goals. Every day, you'll have an opportunity to share the festival with your friends, contribute, and help the pot get a little bit bigger. Doesn't take much, a little from each of us. Pretty soon, grows and grows and grows. Sometimes, we dig into our own pocket to make our goal. I look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. Thanks for supporting folk music. So long for now.
Ask about the new generation of social justice music makers, and Chris Matthews' name will be mentioned. A prolific lyricist, Matthews blends Americana, folk, blues, bluegrass, and funk into a bold, complex performance steeped in a traditional melody and melodies punctuated by honest, original lyrics. Justin Hiltner of Bluegrass Situation says of Matthews, while each and every day on each and every media platform we are reminded of the division, alienation, marginalization, and divisiveness rampant in our country and world, we're not often enough met with people like Matthews who exist as reminders of what beauty can occur when we bridge those divides. Matthews has her sights on pre-election release of a full-length social justice album called Changemakers. Please welcome back to CT Folk Stage, Chris Matthews.
Hello to all of you tuning in to the Connecticut Folk Festival. My name is Chris Matthews, and this first song that I'm going to sing for you is called How Many More. Ayana and Darnisha, Tamir, Taisha, and Trayvon, Michael Brown and Jordan Davis, William Chapman and Laquan, Keith McLeod and Tyree Crawford, Jordan Edwards and Devon, Antoine Rose, Victor Steen, Jeremy Lake and Patterson Brown. How many times must my people ask why? How many times must we watch another mother cry? And if we were you and what you've done be enough, would our reactions be as hard on you as yours are on us? How many more marches will it take? How many more days like this until we break? And if you were us, how much more could you bear? How many I can't breathe just before you care? Oscar Grant and Eric Garner, Yvette Smith and Shelley Frey, Eric Harris and John Crawford, George Floyd and Freddie Gray, Chantel Davis and Tarika, Breonna Taylor and Kendra James, Ramarley Graham, Danny Brumfield, Terrence Crutcher, DeRavis and Don Trey, Amadou Diallo, Sam DeBose and Botham Jean, Jordan Baker and Alton Sterling, Levon, Shem and Stefan, Tatiana and Rikia, Jonathan Farrell and Ricky Ball, Janisha Fonville, Maya Hall, Akai Gurley, Philando Ahmad. How many times must my people ask why? How many times must we watch another mother cry? And if we were you and what you've done be enough, would our reactions be as hard on you as yours are on us? How many more marches will it take? How many more days like this until we break? And if you were us, how much more could you bear? How many I can't breathe just before you care? Eleanor Bumpers and Margaret Mitchell, Alberta Sproul and Katherine Johnson, Walter Scott and Joseph Mann, Ollie Brooks and James Allen, Gregory Gunn and Charles Goodrich, Fred Barlow and Dennis Hudson, Mary Truxhilo and Deborah Danner, Betty Jones and Pearlie Golden. How many times must my people ask why? How many times must we watch another mother cry? And if we were you, would what you've done be enough? Would our reactions be as hard on you as yours are on us? How many more marches will it take? How many more days like this until we break? And if you were us, how much more could you bear? How many I can't breathe just before you care? The first set of names in that song were all 19 years of age and younger when they were killed. The second group of names were between 20 and 50. And the last group of names were 50 years old and up when they were killed. The majority of them were killed by police. The majority of them were killed by police while unarmed.
even with that, it's still important to remember to be allies for others. I check a lot of boxes. I am Black, I'm a woman, I'm a lesbian, but I still remember to find the time and the resolve to be a good ally to those who need it. The song is called Changemakers.
Sitting alone in this hotel room, TV on, tuned into the news, and it's another day here in paradise. Mass shootings, deportations, wildfires. Meanwhile, Mr. Make America Great is busy tweeting his worst and spreading more hate. While some of us are so poor they can't afford shoes on their feet, while some other sweet baby starves to death in their sleep. Can you see us? We are dreamers. Can you feel us? We are believers. We are more than keyboard warriors. We are the change makers. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Somewhere in 100 no-name towns are 1,000,000 lives being turned upside down. And you know this is the only home those kids have ever known. Refugees from wars and regimes being overthrown. Meanwhile, too many of these United States ignore the words Lady Liberty spake. Doors being kicked down in the dead of the night. No more sanctuary cities. How's that for religious right? Can you see us? We are dreamers. Can you feel us? We are believers. We are more than keyboard warriors. We are the change makers. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And if there's anyone out there who questions what America at its very best will feel like now, remember 66 million united in love, steadfastly indivisible across countless cities and towns. Oh, the bluest wave crashing from shore to shore, and all those hate has no home here. Signs on all those doors. We know who we are like we know how to breathe. Won't you sing it with me? Sing it with me, please. Give me your tired, your bored, your hollow masses yearning to breathe free. Give me the wretched refuse of your teeming shores and these the homeless, the tempest tossed to me. Give me your tired, your bored, your hollow masses yearning to breathe free. Give me the wretched refuse of your teeming shores and these the homeless, the tempest tossed to me. Oh, can you see us? We are dreamers. Can you feel us? We are believers. And we are more than keyboard warriors. We are the change makers. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Thank you. Thanks so much. We have quite a lot to vote about this year. Quite a lot. One of the issues that is very near and dear to me personally is gun safety. This song is called Safe.
We're not safe anymore. They're walking their guns through the synagogue door. No, we aren't safe anywhere when they're cutting down the faithful in their houses of prayer. Mother Emmanuel in Charleston, a Sikh temple in Oak Creek. How much blood needs to be spilled? Oh, spare me your thoughts and prayers, speech. We're not safe anymore. They're gunning us down in our grocery stores. No, we aren't safe anywhere when they're murdering our babies in their classroom chairs. Too many schools to rattle off, too many names to memorize. How much blood needs to be spilled? Oh, spare me your don't politicize. We're not safe anymore when neighbors are shooting neighbors just for knocking on their door. No, we aren't safe anywhere when too many lose their lives to stray bullets in the air. How many stories do you need? How many records should we break? How much blood needs to be spilled? Oh, spare me your mental health debate. I don't want a good guy with a gun. I don't need a good guy with a gun. If all the bad guys had were bats, then the good guys would need one. We are not safe anymore. They're walking their guns through the synagogue door. Is everybody registered to vote out there in Connecticut and everywhere else that you're tuning in from? I hope so. I hope you're reminding your friends to register to vote. Yeah. This song is called American History XIX. And this year, as many of you probably know, marked the 100th anniversary of the suffragette movement and all that they accomplished and achieved for women in this country in regards to the right to vote. There's a lyric in this song that says, "You've got the blood of a woman who was told she wasn't good enough to vote running through your veins." Think about that. I wear a band around my wrist that says no one fights alone. I wear it to remind me how the hardest fights are won. It was a gift from her friend when she was fighting cancer. Such simple words, such a powerful answer. Intolerance and fear are spreading like malignant cells do. Faster every day, threatening to tear this world in two. They say you cannot fight for peace, but I say it's time to fight for change. If we let hate divide us, things will only stay the same. So don't let them make you bitter, make you give up and stay home. If you wanna make the world better, we're gonna have to do it on our own. Your vote makes a difference. I said your vote makes a difference when it's all said and done. Remember, no one fights alone. So once again we must decide which way the needle is to move. Will it be forward or backward? Not red, green or blue. We can be the land of liberty and justice for all if America's new motto is build that wall. Hate and fear are cancers of our consciousness. They breed intolerance. That's how we got in this mess. You cannot fight for peace, but it's time to fight for change. If we let hate divide us, things will only stay the same. So don't let them make you bitter, make you give up and stay home. If you want to make the world better, we're gonna have to do it on our own. Your vote makes a difference. I said your vote makes a difference. running through my veins. So you can sit there and tell me that your vote doesn't matter. I'm gonna sit here and show you how the world changed after they could vote. So don't let them make you bitter, make you give up and stay home. If you want to make the world better, we're gonna have to do it on our own. Your vote makes a difference. I said your vote makes a difference when it's all said and done. Remember, no one fights alone. No one fights alone. No one fights alone. Yeah. One of the biggest champions of voting rights that I have experienced and come across in my lifetime was Congressman John Lewis. His legacy of being a champion for not just his community, not just Black people, but for Americans in general, and being a fierce advocate for things like gun safety. When he passed away, I wanted to do something for him. To see him bleeding on that bridge for what would years later, decades later, be my right to vote is something that is constantly with me. And so I wanted to honor him. I wanted to honor his memory. I wanted to honor his legacy. And so this song is called Call Them In. And I wanted to do something a little extra special for you all. And so I'm going to play that on piano for you. The battle lines are drawn, and once again, somebody's saying, wait, be patient. If they knew how long it would be before all people could truly hear freedom ring, I wonder which end of that moral arc would they choose. I wonder if more would have walked in his shoes. This is what revolution looks like. You gotta get in and then stay in this fight. You've got to find a way to get in the way. Speak up, speak out every day. Freedom riders or letter writers, do what you can, just shine your light brighter. Somebody called him a saint among men, a founding father, an icon, a legend. Ordinary people with such extraordinary vision in a country so young, hard pressed on every single side but not crushed, saying in God, love and justice we trust. This is what revolution looks like. You gotta get in and then stay in this fight. You've got to find a way to get in the way. Speak up, speak out every day. Freedom riders or letter writers, do what you can, just shine your light brighter. Make a trouble every chance you get. Eyes on the prize, we're not finished yet. Don't tolerate injustice, my friends. Call them out, but then call them in. If you see something that's not right, not fair, stand up and say we can do better. He said, I may not be with you when we reach the other side, so let the power of love everlasting be your guide. 'Cause this is what revolution looks like. You gotta get in, then stay in this fight. This is what revolution looks like. You gotta get in, then stay in this fight. You've got to find a way speak out every day. Freedom riders or letter writers, do what you can, just shine your light brighter. Make a trouble every chance you get. Eyes on the prize, we're not finished yet. Don't tolerate injustice, my friends. Call them out, but then call them in, call them in. Find a way to get in the way. Speak out every day. Make a trouble every chance you get. Make a trouble every chance you get.
Thank you so much. And so we've had a lot of songs in minor keys this set. I'm going to lighten it up just a tiny bit, and because ultimately, even with all of those things that are creating dissonance in our world, in our day-to-day lives, there is this beautiful thing that is happening amidst this turmoil, and more of us are finding our way to one another. It's a good reminder that there are more of us than not us. I think if we all go into the voting booth this time around carrying not just our individual struggles, but the struggles of our neighbors with us, we will come out on the other side of this. I truly hope and believe that we will. I want to leave you all with one final thought. And again, thank you so much to everybody at Connecticut Folk for having me. Thank you very much. I do a program for MLK Day called Songs on Why We Can't Wait, which is a pairing of social justice songs of mine like those you've heard today with excerpts from Dr. King's book, Why We Can't Wait. And there's one beautiful passage that I want to leave you with. We did not hesitate to call our movement an army, but it was a special army, with no supplies but its sincerity, no uniform but its determination, no arsenal except its faith, no currency but its conscience. It was an army that would move, but not maul. A social movement that only moves people is merely a revolt. A movement that changes both people and institutions is a revolution. To that I add, now is a time for a revolutionary love. A love so profound that it bankrupts organizations that would put its profits before the safety of our children and our citizens. A love so profound that it builds bridges to unite us instead of walls to divide us. And a love so profound that it changes hearts instead of minds. Quote, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. This next song, this last song that I want to sing for you, is a call to arms for the army of lovers. As Dr. King said of his army, there is no examination, no pledge, except that as a soldier in the armies of violence is expected to inspect his carbine and keep it clean, nonviolent soldiers are called upon to examine and burnish their greatest weapons: their heart, their conscience, their courage, and their sense of justice. This song is called Battle Hymn for an Army of Lovers. It is inspired by 6 amazing people, one of whom I know you'll recognize as soon as the chorus starts. But the unsung hero in the bunch is my mom. After the 2016 election, for me as a Black, butch-identified lesbian woman who at that time was in an interracial marriage living in Virginia, the election was a little tough, a little triggering, to say the least. And I wasn't feeling very much like myself at all. And so I called my mom, I called the Rev, and told her how I was feeling and what was going on. And she said to me, you know, baby, picture me as a little Black girl growing up in southeastern North Carolina in 1953. And every president that I have lived through, and I am still here. You'll be fine. And so I said, yes, ma'am. And I went and I wrote this song. I hope wherever you are, you will sing the chorus with me so loudly. Change is coming once again, except this time it feels like the world's about to end. White-robed devils in plain sight, angry protests in the streets night after night, and it weighs heavy on my mind. Why are we so quick to run backwards after all this time? But I won't let it change my heart. I was born full of love and hope, and when I die, that's how I'll depart. And when you find yourself incapable of seeing eye to eye, remember when they go low, we go high. Change is coming, that's for sure. We gave a madman all the keys and let him walk right in the door. And I don't think he'll see the light until the whole world is on fire, but that's alright, that's alright. We will still be here when he's gone, and if he doesn't kill us all, well, it sure will make us strong. So don't let 4 years change your heart. We were not born hating each other, now is not the time, not the time to start. And when you find yourself incapable of seeing eye to eye, remember when they go low, we go high. There's a song penned for soldiers. It says, let us live to make men free. We're all sisters, we're all brothers, standing on each other's shoulders. There's no wall we cannot scale. We are an army of lovers, and we shall not fail. So when you find yourself incapable of seeing eye to eye, remember when they go low, we go high, 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 high. People get ready. I said people get ready. People get ready, people get ready, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. We have our work cut out for us, but we were made for this moment. Thank you so much to everybody at Connecticut Folk for having me. Thank you all so very much for listening, for tuning in from wherever you are. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to register to vote. Don't forget to remind your friends to register to vote. Thank you so much again. My name is Chris Matthews.
Thanks for tuning in tonight to Virtual CT Folk Fest. It's so awesome to see so many of you out there watching and connecting with us. Even through these challenging times, we know that music heals, and we're really excited to be here with you and to be bringing you 4 days of live music. So tonight, they are no stranger to the folk scene. We are really excited to kick off our Virtual Folk Fest with Bumper Jacksons. Entering a Bumper Jacksons duo show is warm and inviting, like opening the front door of a neighbor who's just taken bread out of the oven. Roots, jazz rhythms, and country swing harmonies are vignetted by stories and sounds of Appalachia. Come in, take a seat, and be woven into a musical story that never stops being told.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Jess.
I'm Chris.
Welcome to our living room.
Whoops.
We're going to drop our glasses for you as we take off our masks.
So cool.
Hey, Connecticut Folk Fest. We're super happy to be here. We're going to play some old traditional songs for you. We're going to play some originals. Here we go.
Well, I was born in the country in a boomer shack, just a half a mile from the railroad track. Holler of the driver was my lullaby, and the freight train whistle taught me how to cry. I got the freight train blues. Lordy, 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 got 'em in the bottom of my rambling shoes. Well, the whistle blows, I gotta go. Oh, lordy, never ever gonna lose the freight train blues. Well, steamboat whistle never served my soul. Aeroplanes, they always leave me cold. Only thing that makes me wanna navigate is white cow whistle on the southbound freight. I got the freight train blues. Lordy, 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 got 'em in the bottom of my rambling shoes. Well, the whistle blows, I gotta go. Oh, lordy, never ever gonna lose the freight train blues. I got the freight train blues. Lordy, 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 got 'em in the bottom of my rambling shoes. Yeah, when the whistle blows, I gotta go. Oh, lordy, never ever gonna lose the freight train blues. When the whistle blows, I gotta go. Oh, lordy, never ever gonna lose the freight train blues.
Yeah, Chris.
Thanks, everybody. Hi. That was an old one. Now we're going to do you a fresh Jess Elliott Meyer original.
Yeah, this next one, it's an uplifting one. It's an optimistic one. And I know everybody needs a little bit of optimism right now. This next one is called These Things Will Come, and it's about having the faith and the trust that even if you don't know what the next right move is, if you have a spirit of willingness and openness, that it'll come. These things will come. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. How many hits does it take for a soul to build a blockade? Ooh, then what must they give for you to tear it down? I don't want you as an enemy, but wanna seek to understand. I wanna eat at the same table and make my home in the same land. These things will come, these things will come, these things will come. I sing the prayer of St. Francis, alone by the sea. And if I bring my song to you, will you sing it with me? 'Cause I used to hold my head up high, and now I turn it just a little to the side, so I can hear you clear, and we can stand just a little nearer. These things will come, 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 these things will come. How many hits does it take for a soul to build a blockade. Oh, then what must we give her to tear it down? Yeah, baby, put your hands together, then place them on your heart. Breathe through the soles of your feet. It takes but a single step to start. And these things will come. 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 Make me an instrument of peace. Make me an instrument of love. Make me an instrument of justice. Make me an instrument of light. Where there is fighting, let me spread peace. Where there is hatred, let me spread love. Where there is fighting, let me spread joy. Oh, these things will come. 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 Yeah. We're gonna do one now by the great Billie Holiday. Who, in all her brilliance, would plug her computer in before doing a live stream? Right? What would Billie do? Plug her computer in. Yeah. Them that's got shall get. Them that's not shall lose. So the Bible said, and it still is news. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Yeah. Well, the strong, they get more, while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets don't ever make the grade, no. So Mama may have, and Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Ooh, yeah, well, money, you got lots of friends and really nice cards traveling around your door. When it's gone and you're spending it, ooh, they won't come round here no more, no. Rich relations give crusts of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't take too much, no. Mama may have, ooh, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own, ooh, that's got his own. crowding around your door. Oh, money, yeah. But when it's gone, and you're spending ends, those friends don't come around and hit it no more, mama. I know rich relations give crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't ever, ever, ever take too much. Yes, a mama may have, and papa may have, but God bless that child that's got his own, yeah, that's got his own. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This next one we're going to do is by the great John Prine, who we lost to COVID earlier this year. This one's going out to you, John, in your beautiful rendition of Heaven. He has this great song where he's going up to heaven and he's drinking a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. He's going to smoke a cigarette 9 miles long.
That's a good one.
I hope you're sitting there smoking that cigarette, John. This one's for you. This is In Spite of Ourselves.
I like to think of it as being a love song between us a bit. Feels, in the spirit of our romance.
Mm-hmm.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money, gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey, never gonna let her go.
Well, he got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's a whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. When payday comes, he howls at the moon. He's my baby, I'm his honey, never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, with a big door prize, we're gonna spite the noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. She thinks all of my jokes are corny. Convict movies, they make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs, swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking and keeps on kicking, never gonna let her go.
Well, he ain't been laid in a month of Sundays. I caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't that sharp, but he gets things done. He drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He is my baby, I'm his honey, never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna fight the noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of themselves. Yeah.
All right, this next one that we're going to do is by Hank Williams, one of my favorite American songwriters. But I think something that's important to note, and these things are becoming clearer and clearer these days, is that in all of American traditional music, even the genres that we associate as being like very white, things like country music, bluegrass music, old time music, there are deep legacies of African-American musicianship and influence that have been erased, not just sort of like lost and forgotten, but really erased. And Hank Williams' story is a little bit like that. It's a little more well known. But the man that taught Hank Williams to play was a guy named Rufus T-Tot Payne. People called him T-Tot as a joke on the word teetotaler, because he was a great musician and just like brought around with him a mason jar of iced tea and lemonade and like whatever kind of, it was like this alcoholic concoction that he just always had with him at all times.
Sounds fun.
Does sound kind of fun. But yeah, he taught Hank Williams how to play guitar, and he was a huge musical influence on his life. And yeah, so here's to T-Tot, Rufus T-Tot Payne. This is Hank Williams' song, I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. That lonesome whippoorwill, she sounds too blue to fly. The midnight train is whining low. I'm so lonesome I could cry. Have you ever seen a night so long that time goes crawling by? The moon just went behind a cloud to hide its face and cry. Have you ever seen a robin weep when leaves begin to die? Like me, she's lost the will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry. I'm so lonesome I could die. Ooh, I'm so lonesome. The silence of a falling star lights up a purple sky. And as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome I could cry. I'm so lonesome I could die.
Thanks, everyone. Oh, since we're playing all the hits, we're going to do a Patsy Cline song, Walking After Midnight. Jess actually invited me to be part of a Patsy Cline tribute that's going to be coming up real soon. Excited to be doing it.
This one's fun. This is a song actually that Patsy Cline really disliked. It was one of her biggest hits, but she actually hated this song. I love it, so I want to do it. This is Walking After Midnight. And this one's fun to do with Chris because every time we do it, we always just do it super differently. So I'm curious and open.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Hop on this train with us. Let's see where Walking After Midnight goes.
B flat?
B flat.
All right, got it.
All right. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, baby, I'm searching for you. Yeah. I walk for miles along the highway, baby, it's just my way, babe, of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you, babe. I stopped to see a weeping willow, mama crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, he's lonesome, lonesome as I can go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight. Ooh, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, baby, I'm searching, searching, searching for you.
Yeah.
I stopped to see a weeping willow, crying on his pillow. Ooh, maybe, baby, he's a crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, the night winds whisper to me, as lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, ooh, searching for you, babe, I'm searching for you, I'm searching for you.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Now for something completely different. Let's do a little swap up.
Let's get you on some banjo, Chris. The way that Chris plays banjo is pretty special. Will you tell the people about it, Chris?
Oh, sure.
Thanks. Put you on the spot?
Okay. I am special, just so everyone knows. But anyway, actually, I just learned an old regional Kentucky way of playing the banjo. Common ways to play are like 3-finger. You might hear like Earl Scruggs style. Another common way to do it is claw hammer. You might hear really common in square dancing. This is not county style of banjo playing. It's kind of like reverse claw hammer. It's pretty good for singing behind. That's why I like it. You'll get a warm up and then you'll get a lot more of it in a second. 2 banjo tunes. This is the banjo section. Well, now it's the jazz section, excuse me. I'm gonna stop talking. Now I'm done talking.
I fall on my knees and pray to you. Come on and stand by me, little girl. Yes, come on and stand by me. Look up, look down that long, lonesome road and hang your head and cry, yes, and cry. Hang your head and cry as my suitcase is packed and I'm never coming back. Goodbye, my honey, I'm gone, yes I am. Goodbye, my honey, I'm gone. You told me to. You told me 10,000 lies. Oh no, you told me more lies than the railroad has ties. You'll never get to heaven when you die. Oh no, you'll never get to heaven when you die. Love and died when I was young, and I never would have kissed them red and ruby lips. Never would have heard your lying tongue. No, no, never would have heard your lying tongue. Yeah, I fall on my knees, begging you please, come on and stand by me, little girl. Oh, come on and stand by me.
Chris Osley on the 5-string banjo.
I gotta tune it up.
I'd like to introduce you to somebody. This is Elmira, the washboard. And she's my little creation, and I love her. Before I had babies, she was my baby. The little froggies especially. I should name them individually. That'd be fun. In fact, if you have any suggestions, please put that in the chat function. I'd love your suggestions for these 4 little frogs down here.
Make sure you label them so we know which one is which.
But actually, something that's been kind of fun about the pandemic. If you ask Chris,
It's a fun-demic.
If you ask Chris, he can tell you I like pretty rapidly look for all of the different kinds of silver linings we can find in this terrible situation. One of which, actually, I'll give a big shout out to the Connecticut Folk Fest for turning this thing into a virtual animal. Man, that is no small feat. Y'all rock.
Thanks for doing that. I'm happy to play music for people.
Me too, man. Me too. But, oh yeah, back to a different glorious thing about this terrible, terrible situation is there are some people that have a lot of extra time on their hands in the pandemic. We don't know about that because we have small children. But for those of you that do have it, it's been really fun because I've gotten like a huge amount of washboard orders in. And so I've been like building washboards in my shed out back.
Yeah,
been like building up a storm.
Yeah, you just did a workshop last week.
Yeah, so yeah, doing virtual washboard workshops, which I feel like is a big, that's just super ironic to be teaching how to play like this super DIY jug bandy thing over the internet. But hey, this is the world we live in, so let's let's do it.
It's nice. It's keeping in tradition. You know, folks have been doing what they can with what they got for ever.
Yeah, I guess as long as we've been humans.
Washboards and Zoom washboard workshops. It's a natural progression. It is going to become the next folk art.
Yeah.
Let's play a song.
Let's play a song.
This is one I learned from player Brett Ratliff. This is called Hop High. I don't remember.
It's a folk festival. You often plan it out.
Well, I like his banjo playing. Let's just say that. That I know is true. Hop High. Where'd you get them high-top shoes and you that dress so fine?
I got my shoes from the railroad man, dress from the driver in the mine.
Hop high, hop high, hop high, my Lulu gal. Hop high, hop high, hop high, my Lulu gal. Pawn my watch, pawn my chain, pawn my gold wedding ring.
You get your little Lulu's fine. You pawn your wagon and your team.
Hop high, hop high, hop high, my Lulu gal. Hop high, hop high, hop high, my Lulu gal. Where have you been, my Lulu gal? Where have you been so long?
Ooh, I've been in a pen with some roughy rowdy men. Baby, I'm going back again. Yeah.
Hop high, hop high, hop high, my Lulu gal. Hop high, hop high, hop high, my Lulu gal.
Do you want to do Got a Lot of Rhythm or do you want to do Pretty Mama?
Well, let's do your song.
All right, the vote is in between the two of us. We're going to do another original one. This is actually one of the first songs I ever wrote.
Ooh. And for those of you who know some DC topography and famous landmarks that aren't monuments, get ready for some Easter egg hunting. You're going to have a good time.
They're monuments to our minds. One, a two, I want a two. I met a beautiful girl at the Idletown bookstore. Pretty mama put a spell on me. She was thumbing through my favorite work by Tolstoy. Pretty mama put a spell on me. I told her, what heavy book in the middle of May? Can I get you to smile? Can I know your name? But I got tongue-tied and I couldn't ask her. Pretty mama put a spell on me. I met her big brown eyes. My situation, pretty mama put a spell on me. Can I buy you a drink? Will you walk me to the station? Mama put a spell on me. I told her life is a joke and then you're dead. So she brought me up the stairs to a big brass bed. I met the holy grail of jubilant elation. Pretty mama put a spell on me. We spent 2 whole weeks wrestling in her bedroom. Pretty mama put a spell on me. She had me tied up and strung out like a thread around a needle. Oh, my mama, you will put a spell on me. Reciting resurrection till the break of day. Oh, my love, my baby, I want you. Pretty mama put a spell on me. Spell on me. She said la vie, she kissed, knowing how I want her. Ooh, mama, you put a spell on me. We were reciting resurrection to the break of day. I forgot to go to work, I didn't get my pay. Oh, when my money stopped, my sugar's honey dried up. Oh, pretty mama put a spell on me. Ooh, lolly, pretty mama put a spell on me. That was done unintentionally, a little bit Ella Fitzgerald style. I look to her as a vocal idol for a million reasons, partly because she's insanely talented, but also because when she forgets the words, she just goes for it. And I have no excuses, but sometimes I forget the words to my own songs.
Well, you wrote that one a long time ago. That's a good excuse. What do we got next? Did you want to still do Got a Lot of Rhythm or move on to the next
let's
song?
do one of your songs.
Okay.
Let's do a beautiful one.
Sweet.
I'm in the mood for something beautiful.
Sweet. We're going to do a sweet one. This is a song that was written pretty recently for me. It's a song that is about being comfortable with uncertainty, which I find to be quite apropos at the moment. Hope you like it. It's called Soft Place to Land. I don't need my name and lights. I don't need no house of gold. I just want your loving hand and a soft place to land. With hearts bigger than our bodies, our minds won't take a rest. The whole world's troubles are our own. Time together, friend, here on earth was one day end. Alone we're here together, together alone. I just need no forever in stone. I don't need no band to go. I just wanna ride with you while we can and be your soft place to land. It's a hard road to hoe for the sensitive soul who has no long journey home. Candle wax prophecies all melt down. In the darkness I touch the ground. I don't need no kingdom in the sky. I don't need no streets of gold. I just wanna burn as bright as I can and have a soft place to land. And have a soft place to land.
That's a beautiful song, Chris.
Oh, thanks. This next song is going to be by Her Royal Highness, Dolly Parton.
G? Yeah. Those memories of you still haunt me every night as I lay down. I'll always love you, my little darling, until that day they lay me down. In dreams of you, my body trembles. I wake up and better call your name, but you're not there. And mama, I'm so lonesome. Without your love, I'll go insane. Those memories, you still haunt me every night as I lay down. I'll always love you, my little darling, until that day they lay me down.
baby, baby, those memories of you still hurt me. Every night as I lay down, I'll always love you. I'm a little darling until that day they lay me down. Those memories, you still hurt me. Every night as I lay down, I'll always love you. I'm a little darling until that day, babe, until they lay me down. Until that day they lay you, they lay me, till they lay me down.
Yeah, that's exactly how Dolly Parton did it.
Yep. Everybody likes that dead note right before the harmonics.
Oh.
Like, it's just right from the recording.
You sound great.
Straight from the
That
recording.
that song though was recorded by Dolly Parton, Linda Ronstadt, and Emmylou Harris in sparkling 3-part harmony. Though you got to check it out. Those memories. We're gonna do another original one now.
Yep. So
Break out that berry uke.
hopefully I shall. So, fun fact about myself is that before hitting the road with Jess to go do music, I actually worked in a science lab. And this time stuck at home, not hitting the road and making music and all that, has given me an opportunity to peruse all of my old anatomy and physiology manuals just to kind of, freshen up on things. And something I kind of forgot about: when you spend a significant amount of time studying human anatomy or science in general, you kind of start seeing the world a little different. The perspective changes. I mean, the most obvious one is the one that just how miraculous it is that life is happening at all. It seems totally, like, unpredictably, amazingly complex, that everything had to be in just the right place. Like, sometimes it's just a thin single cell layer of tissue that is keeping us alive. And that is amazing and miraculous and beautiful. And then the other perspective change that happens is you realize that all of us are just walking around bags of goo. We are so full of mucus. We have like goop everywhere. We're always secreting things and absorbing things. And like, there's just like, think of a part of your body and there's mucus somehow related to it. Lots of it. So this is a song about both of those perspectives. But it's more than that. It's actually a song about love. It's my newest creation. Hope you enjoy it. Yes, sitting here with you, so happy just to be alive. Amazed by how we got here, from single cells to loving eyes. 'cause we're just grandchildren of segmented worms with some upgraded premium features like hair and eyes, curvaceous thighs, and rocket pegs in our mouth holes. Tubes within a tube, fleshy donuts filled with gastric juices, 2 pairs of appendages, and fancy brains to ponder their many uses. The way you hold my hand moves me in a way I can't understand, like the watcher right behind your eyes sees the one hiding behind mine. And these chemicals in my brain make me wanna push my mouth against your mouth, girl. If you feel the same, I say let's do what's natural. Chemicals in my brain make me wanna push my mouth against your mouth, girl. And if you feel the same, I say let's do what's natural. Well, the angle of your shoulders and the strength of your legs leads me to believe that you need to some natural hunter and provide lots of meat for our offspring. Ooh, girl. And the ratio between your hips and waist leads me to believe that you'd be less likely to die in childbirth.
Yeah. Ooh, girl.
But the way you hold my hand moves me in a way I can't understand, like the watcher right behind your eyes sees the one hiding behind mine. These chemicals in my brain make me wanna push my mouth against your mouth, girl. If you feel the same, I say let's do what's natural. These chemicals in my brain make me wanna push my mouth against your mouth, girl. If you feel the same, I say let's do what's natural. Get it? We're all just bags of meat wrapped around rocket sticks with feet. By pain and fear and hunger we are compelled. Yet everything we do has consequences, radiating out in all directions, where the universe becomes conscious of itself.
Ooh, yeah.
While these chemicals in my brain make me wanna push my mouth against your mouth, girl. And if you feel the same, I say let's do what's natural. Chemicals in my brain make me wanna push my mouth against your mouth, girl. And if you feel the same, I say let's do what's natural. These chemicals in my brain,
Ooh, let's do it, baby, let's do it.
these chemicals in my brain,
Oh, it makes me wanna, oh, yeah.
these chemicals in my brain,
Oh, let's do it, baby, let's do it.
these chemicals in my brain, I say let's do what's natural.
That's my honey. Isn't he romantic?
Yeah. Oh, guitar time.
Cool.
It's a quick visit to ukulele land.
We're going to do one from the bluegrass tradition now. Bill Monroe is another really good example, I think, of how he is one of the inventors of bluegrass music, and it's a field that is dominated by white musicians and that people really think of as very white music. But Bill Monroe learned to play from a black fiddler and guitar player named Arnold Schultz, who he played guitar in that finger picking style that like Doc Watson is famous for, or Merle Travis. They call it actually, some people know it as Travis style picking, which is really interesting because Arnold Schultz, a black musician, is kind of the guy who invented it, as much as any one person can invent a whole style, you know, but we call it Travis picking, not Schultz picking, you know, and that, I mean, that's how power works, you know?
Yeah.
But Bill Monroe is an amazing musician, though, and he wrote a lot of really gorgeous songs and played a lot of really great music, and so we're going to do one of his. Yeah, but Arnold Schultz actually gave Bill Monroe his very first gig at a square dance. Yeah. Anyway, Arnold Schultz. This one's for you, man. This is the Kentucky Waltz.
We hope you like what we turned this into.
Yeah, I guess we jazzed it up quite a bit, huh?
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
Might pucker a few sphincters here and there, but let's see what happens.
Oh, this is fun. I'm having a great time. I hope you're having a good time too out there. I was waltzing one night in Kentucky beneath the beautiful harvest moon. Though I was the boy who was lucky, well, it all ended too soon. Now I sit here alone in the moonlight. I see your smiling face. Now I long once more for your embrace and the beautiful Kentucky waltz. I was waltzing one night in Kentucky beneath the beautiful harvest moon, and though I was a boy who was lucky, well, it all ended too soon. Now I sit here alone in the moonlight, and I see your smiling face, and I long once more for your embrace and beautiful Kentucky waltz. I long once more for your embrace and the beautiful Kentucky waltz. Yeah, a little bit of harmony yodeling. You know, I know some of y'all in this pandemic, man, like so much time sitting at home either by yourself or just like with only a few people, you end up kind of learning some weird skills, and learning to yodel in harmony is definitely one of them that we picked up in the pandemic.
And we're going to take it to the bank.
I don't know how many people would consider that like a silver lining or a positive thing, but here we are.
Gets our kids out of the house.
All right, this next one is by Mississippi Joe Calicut. Yeah. Oh.
Well, told me best food didn't have no man. Oh, fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Tell me, best place. Fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Told me to my face, no man's take my place. Fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Told me last June when the flowers began to bloom. Fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Told me last June when the flowers began to bloom. Fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Told me last spring when the birds began to sing. Fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Yeah, you told me last spring when the birds began to sing. Fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Hold on, you're knocked down. Little mama, let's go lie down. Fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Hold on, you're knocked down. Little mama, let's go lie down. Fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Roll up your window, mama, let your curtain down. Fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Roll up your window, mama, let your curtain down. You never can tell when there might be some joke around. Well, told me last fall you didn't have no bed at all. Fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Yeah, you told me last fall you didn't have no man at all. Now you got more man than a two-ton truck haul. Yes, fare thee, baby, fare thee well. Yes, fare thee, baby, fare thee well.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Oh, we gotta really switch gear. All right.
We're going to do a beautiful one for you now. This one was, I'm pretty sure it was written by Doc Watson's wife, Rosalie Watson. I first heard it off of a record that Alison Krauss and Robert Plant did together called Raising Sand. In many ways, I feel like Alison Krauss was kind of like my gateway drug into traditional music. Thank you. Musicians like, well, actually, no, she is a traditional musician. She's a bluegrass musician. But I guess she, crosses over into a lot more mainstream stuff, too. But, musicians like Alison Krauss, Eva Cassidy, Washington, D.C.'s own Eva Cassidy, was one of my, like, gateway drugs into early jazz music. Yeah, Madeline Peru. Mm-hmm.
All right. This goes out to anybody who's lost somebody, especially during this pandemic. We tune because we care.
It's a lot better.
Oh, my darling, my darling. My heart aches as you take your long journey. Fond memories we'll keep of happiness here on earth we try. And when we meet, we will walk hand in hand as one in heaven in the family of God. Oh, my darling, my darling, my heart aches as you take your long journey. Oh, my darling, my darling, my heart aches as you take your long journey.
All right. I think we have time for just one more. I think that's right. You want to do You Got a Friend in Me?
Yeah.
Cool. We got to send you out on a happy note. It's part of my general values of being a human, I guess.
Right. We mentioned it earlier. We have kids. One is not so little anymore. He's 11, but he's bigger than Jess now. The other two are quite teeny. And especially because of our 3-year-old, we've been watching an inordinate amount of Toy Story movies lately. And I've got to say, I have a new found respect for... Now I can't remember his name.
Randy Newman?
Thank you. Oh my gosh, you saved it. I was like, oh no.
So much respect you can't remember his name.
Yes.
Ah! Hey, this has been really fun. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us this evening. Thanks to the Connecticut Folk Fest for having us, for making their festival happen in a virtual format. We really appreciate you. We hope that you stick around the whole weekend. There's so many really amazing artists. And yeah, let's send you out on one from our hearts. This is You've Got a Friend in Me.
Thanks, Jess. You really saved it with that really tight and to the point in between song banter.
You're welcome, Chris.
You're a good friend.
Hey, thanks. Now, can you be a good friend and remind me what key we play this in?
C.
Awesome. Let's do it.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road seems rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, just remember what your old pal said, boy, you got a friend in me. 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 You got troubles, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. Stick together, we can see it through. Boy, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Some folks might be a little smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too. baby.
But they could never, ever, ever love you the way that I do. It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's a destiny, boy. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Thank you all so much. It's been such a pleasure. Have a beautiful rest of your evening and hope to catch you online later this weekend.
Thank you for tuning in to day one of virtual CT Folk Fest. We'll see you tomorrow.